Alicia. So in this video I'm just going to cover images and how to upload those, and also give you a few tips about the sizing of images. So the first thing to say is that if you don't have any software like Photoshop, there's a few things to think about with images. So just as an example, if I want to replace an image on the website and get it exactly the correct size and I've got Photoshop, that makes things a lot easier. So for example, if we come to the shoreline management page, if I wanted to replace this photo, I could bring that into Photoshop and that would then tell me the exact size and dimension of those images. So for example, it's 35 centimeters wide, 21.94 centimeters high. So therefore, if I had a new image here, I could make sure the new image was the same dimensions as that, and then that way when I replace the photograph, it's very straightforward that it will match up with the other photograph sitting next to it. So if you don't have Photoshop, it's fine, you can still upload images, you just have to be aware that there may be some sizing issues. So I'm just going to demonstrate that now. So because I've correctly sized the first image, I could basically drag a new photo on the page. That will then upload, and then that's replaced it, and it's exactly the correct size and the correct width and height, because obviously I've covered that going into Photoshop and making sure it matches the image that was already there. And the second image that I've got, it's just straight off a digital camera, one that you've supplied, and I've not resized it at all. So if I wanted to upload that one, what you would find is that's a different height because it's not been adapted at all. So this is not a major problem. So for example, if you wanted to change all three photos on this page, as long as you took them all off the same digital camera so that they weren't cropped in any way and they're all the same size, they would all sit next to each other perfectly the correct height. So that's a little bit fiddly with images. Some of my customers prefer me to look after images for them, so they would just email me 3 photos saying, could you just change the 3 photos on this page for me? And obviously I'm more than happy to do that, and you've got half an hour of free support every month. So if you're not comfortable with images and changing images yourself, that's no problem, I can help you with that. Another pointer with images is file names are really important. So as before with the uploading the PDF files, you'd need to name your files all lowercase and no spaces in the file names, or they just won't go through. So just put a little hyphen if you've got spaces, and keep the file names quite short, because if you have a very long file name, it misses the JPEG part off the end and it won't load up anything at all. So yeah, hopefully that covers that. Another quick thing to say is you can move the images around. So you've got the move, you can drag the order of images and change the order of images on every single page if you want to do that. You've also, if you click an image and you think, well actually this now doesn't fit but I'd like to replace it, if you click change image and you go to my images, you'll find in here all of the images that I've used on all of the different pages. So for example, a sunset one, you could drop that on and that does fit because then that's taken off another page and it's the correct size. So you can change images around, you can change the order of them, you have got that option to do that. So there's a little bit more to images perhaps, and like I say, if you're not comfortable, I'm more than happy to manage the images for you. I just thought I'd show you the sizing issue, and like I say, if you've got Photoshop, it does make life a lot easier. You can then make sure everything's compressed properly as well. You can make sure they're the correct width and height, so it does make life easier. But if you want to run over anything else with images, or you need any further help, just let me know, and thanks for watching.